Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel Salesforce FAQs. And today in this video I am going to explain you how you can create a simple survey form using the Salesforce ScreenFlow. So first let me show you what we are going to learn in this video. So first we are going to set up a Salesforce ScreenFlow, and in this flow we are going to add 2 or 3 screens, and in those screens we are going to add fields with different data types that will include picklist field also. So you will also learn how you can add a picklist with a twice set to a ScreenFlow, and along with this we will also add component visibility to some fields in the ScreenFlow, and whatever the input that user will give in the fields that we will save in the custom object, that is survey response that I have created. And at last, after the successful submission, an email will be sent to the user email ID that user have entered in the email field. So first let me show you the demo of custom survey form that we are going to create using the Salesforce ScreenFlow. So as you can see, this is the lightning page where I have deployed this custom survey form. So here you can see the fields first name, last name, email, gender and comment. So let me show you the flow of this survey form. That here I will enter the name, email, gender and comment. So quickly I will enter all these fields. And here the comment field is required, so I will enter the required field. And as we click on the next button, we will see the next screen. And here the rating is the picklist field. And on the rating field, I have deployed the custom visibility. So when I will select the rating less than 5, it will show me the field reason for low rating. And as we click next, we will see another screen. So this is basically a checkbox field that is either true or false. So I have referred that field value as do you want to schedule a meet. So when user will select it as a true, it will show the date and time field, and from here user can select the date and time for the meet. And as the user will click on the submit button, an email will be sent to the email that user have entered, and as we click next, the form will be refreshed. So this is how the survey form is going to work. And now I'm going to show you the custom object in which we are going to save the user response from the survey form. And in the video description, I will also mention the field that I have created in the custom object and also used in the ScreenFlow to create the survey form. So as of now, I logged into my Salesforce developer account. And from here, we will navigate to the object manager tab to create a new custom object. So for that, you have to simply click on the object manager tab. And to create a new custom object, you have to click on this create button and then select custom object. So in my case, I have already created the custom object, and that is survey responses. So this is the custom object that I have created that we are going to refer in the ScreenFlow that we will create. So for this, I have created the fields comment, date of birth, email, follow up date, gender, rating, rating reason, suggestion. So these are the custom fields that I have created in this custom object, and you can also add more custom fields according to your requirement. And make sure that you include custom fields like pick list, number, text, comment, large text area, date and email field, so that you can have an idea that how you can manage all these fields in a ScreenFlow. So after creating the custom object, let's move to the next part where we are going to create the ScreenFlow. So to create the ScreenFlow, I will again navigate to the setup page. And on the setup page, go to the quick find box and here search and select flows. And under the heading process automation, we will select flows. And now in this window, we have to click on the button new flow. So we are going to create this ScreenFlow from scratch. So select the option start from scratch and click next. And here in this window, select the ScreenFlow and click create. So in the flow builder, first we are going to add a screen. So here click on the plus icon and select screen. So here we have to define the screen element. So in this first screen, we are going to add inputs like username, email, phone, and gender and date of birth. So for the name, I will drag and drop the name field over here, and you can also use the text field. That is also going to work same, but for better mapping, I will use the name field. And in name field you will get two fields, that is first name and the last name, so you have to map accordingly. So in the API name I will write it as name, and the next field that we are going to add here is email. So for that I will search and select email, and now we will drag and drop the email field over here, and here we have to enter the API name for the email field. And after adding the email field, we are going to add a picklist field for the gender. So here gender is a custom picklist field that I have created. So let me show you how you can add a custom picklist field to the ScreenFlow. So after entering the label and the API name, you have to scroll down and here click on the choice section and click and select new choice resource. So here the choice resource is going to be the picklist choice set, and the API name I am going to enter here is user gender, and the object here will be survey response, in which we have created the field. And after selecting the object, we have to select the data type. So here the data type is picklist, and then we have to select the field. So here field is gender. So this field is referring the custom field that we have created in the object. So with this we have created the choice resource for the gender field. That means when user will go on the gender field, it will show all the values from the custom picklist field from the object. And selecting the object field as a choice resource is useful because when you have large number of pick list, for example name of countries or name of states, so in that case you don't need to add multiple values for the choice set. You can simply map it with the custom object field like we have done right now. And after this I'm going to add the comment field. So for that I'm going to take long text area and drop it here, and after this I will enter label for this also. And also we have to enter the flow label. So the flow label for this screen element is going to be custom survey, and the API name will be also, and the API name will be auto filled. So here we click on the done button. So the next screen that we are going to add will include the pick list field, that is rating, and also we are going to add a field with the component visibility. So how to do that? So first we are going to add another screen element and enter the label and API name for this also. So it will be for the rating response. So here I'm going to add the picklist field rating. So first I will drag and drop the picklist component, and the label will be rating, API name will be rating, and again we have to select the choice resource for this picklist field, that is rating. So in the picklist field that I've created in the custom object survey response, I have defined the values from 1 to 10. So these are the picklist value that I have defined for this custom field. So now go back to the flow, and here we will create a new choice resource. So for this also we will select picklist choice set, and API name will be ratings, and the object here will be survey response, that is the custom object, and the data type will be picklist, and the field here is going to be the rating. So so now we are going to add another field that is going to be a long text area field, but on that field we are going to add conditional visibility. For example, if user have given the rating less than 5, then only that field will appear. So that field is going to be reason for the low rating. So for that I will add a long text area component to the screen region, and here the label will be reason for low rating, and the API name will be auto filled. So here we are going to add conditional visibility on this long text area field. So for that I will go to the section set component visibility, and I will select any condition is meet or, because here we are going to define four values, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when the rating equals to 1, and another condition is rating equals 2, and like this I will do it for 1, 2, 3 and 4. So as you can see, I have defined the condition visibility, like if the rating is 1, 2, 3 or 4, then only this field reason for low rating will appear on the screen for the user. So after this we will click on the done button, and another screen that we are going to add is to schedule a meet. And now in another screen I'm going to add a slider button and also a date time field. So the logic for this screen, a user want to schedule a meeting, so he will select the toggle button as true, then only he will able to see the date time field, that when he want to schedule the meeting. So again we will select the screen element, and here I will label it as meet schedule, and the API name will be auto filled. So here we are going to add a toggle component. So for this I'm going to use a checkbox field that is there in my custom object. So checkbox field is either true or false. So when the user will select this toggle icon, that checkbox field want to schedule a meet will become true. So I will name it want to schedule a meet. So it's an API name. So I will name it accordingly. And the label is going to be, do you want to schedule a meet? And another field that we are going to have is date time field. So this field is going to be a conditional visibility. So the label for this is going to be meet time and the API name will be auto filled. So the conditional visibility I'm going to add here is all condition are met, and the resource is when the field schedule meet toggle value equals to true, and then click on the done button. So as of now we have defined all the screen components through which we are going to take the user input, and now we are going to create records from the input of these screen fields. So for that I'm going to add a create record element, that is create records. So the label I'm going to enter here is save survey response, and the API name will be autofilled. So here we are going to select, so in the field how to set record field values, select manually, and here we are going to map the object field with the values that we get from the input of the user. So here the custom object survey response, and the search fields we have to map accordingly. So the name field will be custom survey name, first name. So the name field we are going to enter manually because it is only taking the first name, but in the screen element we have both first name and the last name. So here I will enter the value as first name and last name. So like this I'm going to map all the fields from the input fields to the object fields. And the next field is gender. So it will be mapped like screen, and then the input field, and the value will be screen and comment. And now we are going to map the values from the second screen, that is rating response. So here the field is rating, and the value is, so the value will be rating response and then rating, and the next field in the rating response is rating reason, and it will be mapped with rating response reason for low rating. So and now for the third screen, that is meet schedule. So here the field was schedule meet. So the field for the schedule meet was the follow up, and the value is going to be meet schedule, and then the toggle field that you have created, do you want to schedule a meet, and then value, and then value. So and the last field that we are going to map is date and time, follow up date. So it is going to be meet schedule, meet time. So as of now we have mapped all the values to create the record in the custom object survey response. So let's see what else we can improve in the survey screens that we have created. So when the user will open the survey screen, he will also see the buttons that are at the bottom. So here we don't need the pause and the finish button. So instead I will remove the pause button and replace the finish button with the next button. So how you will do that? You have to select the button section, and you have to scroll down and then click configure footer. And here you will see all the three buttons that are displayed on the screen. So here we don't need the pause button, so we will hide pause, and previous will be there. and instead of the finish button we will change it to next button. So here I will enter the label as next and then click done. And like this I'm going to update other screens also. Configure footer. And at the last screen we will add the submit button, that is for the submitting the survey form. So here also I will go to the footer settings and remove the pause button. And now I will customize the label for the finish button, that is going to be the submit button, and then click done. And now at the last, after submitting the survey, I also want to add a screen that is with the thank you message. So again I will add another screen component, and for this we are going to select the display text. So I will drag it to the screen region. In the API name I am going to give it as thank you. And now here we have to enter the body of the email that we want to display. So here I am going to enter as, so here I will enter the text message, that is thank you for submitting the survey. And at last we will click on the done button. So here we also have to enter the label and the API name. So label will be thank you screen and the API name will be autofilled. So after this we will click on the done button. And one more thing that you can do, that to make the field require, for example you want to make the comment field required. So here when you select the field you will see this checkbox require. So I will make the comment field require and then click done. And likewise I'm also going to make the rating fields also as required. So as of now our flow is completed, and now we are going to save the flow. So here you have to click on the button save as a new version, and here you have to, and after this you have to enter the flow label and the flow API name, then click save. So as of now we have defined the logic of displaying the input field where user will give the input to complete the survey form. And after the form submission the values will get saved in the custom object survey response. So let's check the flow till here. So for testing we will click on the debug button, and in the debug window click on the run button. And here we have to enter the first name, last name, and all the required details. So I am going to enter as Adam Evans, and here I will enter the email field. And after this we will click on the next button to go on the next screen. So according to the conditional visibility that we have defined for this field, is that when the rating is less than 5 it will ask us reason for the low rating. So here I have to enter the reason for low rating. So here I will enter the text value, and then we will move ahead to the next window. So here when you select the toggle icon, do you want to schedule a meet? Then it will show you the date time field. So here I will select the date time for the scheduled meeting. And at last we will see the screen, thank you for submitting the survey. So as we can see the flow is running fine. Let me also show you that how the records are getting stored in the custom object that we have created in the beginning. So I will navigate to the custom object. So here we can see no response is created. So there might be some mistake in the flow. So here we have added the screen before creating the survey response. So if I would have clicked next on this screen, then the response would have been created. So I will refresh it again. And now you can see this is the response that is created. So now I have to make some correction in the flow. So we have to resolve this issue that survey is not getting saved after entering the submit button. So for that we will adjust this thank you screen. So we will cut it from here and paste it after creating the survey response. And here in the thank you screen we don't need the buttons, so I will remove the buttons from here and then done. So as of now our flow is completed. So the last thing that I want to add here is sending an email. So after the submission of the survey the user should also get an email, like the condition that we have discussed in the beginning, that after submitting the survey user will get an email of the successful submission of the survey. So for that we are going to use the action element, and here we have to click on send email. So now here we have to enter the label and the API name for the email action. So it is going to be thank you email for submitting the survey. So I'm naming it thank you email and the API name will be auto filled. So after this you have to go to the section set input values for the selected action, and first you have to activate the checkbox body, and here we have to define the email body. So here I will show you how you will create the email template for the message that is going to be displayed on the email. So for that we will select a new resource, and the resource type here is going to be text template, and the API name I am going to enter here is body email. So here we will select view as plain text, and here in the text body I am going to enter the message that user will see after the submission of survey. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time and submitting the survey. So for example, I want to display the username also here. So we will take it dynamically. So for that, I'm going to insert a resource. So it is going to be name and then first name. And likewise, I will also select the last name, that is name and the last name. And after this, we will click on the done button. So after this, we have to also define the value on which the email will be sent. So the value that we are going to take is from here, that is from the first screen. So here we have given the input for the email. So from here only we are going to take the value for the email address on which the email will be sent. So for that we have to scroll down to the recipient address list, and here we have to select the value. So the value will be custom survey email and then value, and also we have to define the subject. So the subject here is going to be survey submitted successfully. So after this I will click on the save button. So here it is showing error that we can't remove all the buttons. So here I have to add one button. So I will add the finish. So in the footer I will add the finish button at last, and then done. And again I will try to save the flow. So as of now we are not getting any errors. And now I will again save this flow as a new version. So as of now our flow is completed. Now we are going to deploy this survey form on a custom application, that is on a custom lightning page. So here I'm going to activate this flow. So right now I'm on the lightning page where I want to deploy the custom survey form that we have created using the flow right now. So to add the flow component over here, we have to edit the page. So for that, click on the gear icon and select edit page. And from here we will drag and drop the flow component to the page region. And after this we have to select the form or the flow that we have created. So the form name was custom survey. So after selecting the flow, we have to click on save button, and then we will go back to the lightning page. So as you can see, the survey form is visible over here. So right now I'm going to enter all the fields and also show you how the email will be sent to the email address that you are going to enter in the survey form. So here I'm going to enter the name fields, and just to show you the email body, I will enter my email over here in the gender, and then the comment, that is the required field. And if I will move without entering the required field, it will show us an error, that is validation error. And in the next field we have to select the rating. So as you can see, when we select rating as less than 3, it is showing the field reason for low rating, and when we select rating more than 5, it will not show that field. So here I will select the rating less than 5 and reason for low rating, and after this we will click on the next button, and here I will select the time for the scheduled meet, and at last we will click on the submit button. So as you can see, the survey is submitted, and at last we will click on next just to reset the screen. So according to the flow logic, a survey response record should be created. So this is the survey responses custom object. So as you can see, this is the object that is created. This is the name that I have entered here. And also an email should be sent to the email address that we have entered over there. So in this example, I have entered my email, that is, you can see over here, that is in the email field. So I will open my email to show you the, so here I will show you my email just to show you the thank you message. So as you can see, we have got the message, thank you for time and submitting the survey. So that means email action is also working fine. So this is how you can create a custom survey form in Salesforce using the flow. So in this video, we have learned about various things like creating a screen flow from scratch, creating a custom object, how to define the conditional visibility in the screen flow, how to add a pick list field to a screen flow, and also we have saved the response whatever the fields that we have entered in the screen fields. And at last we have also sent the email to the email address that we got from the input of the email field in the screen form. So this was all about creating a custom survey form using the Salesforce screen flow. So this was all about it, and I hope that you have understood whatever I have explained in the video. And if you have liked this video, then please do like, share and subscribe us. And do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get regular updates of our upcoming videos. And thank you for giving your time and watching this video till last. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.